Hey guys, this is Sean Z90. Let's try this again. Um, Taking my earphones off apparently because I didn't have them plugged in. So, um, I talked to you guys a couple of days ago, and in my little spiel in my um, video, I also mentioned that I have 100% coverage under medical insurance for any transgender surgeries I may need. Um, whether it be, top surgery, bottom surgery, whatever. Um, and I was really excited just getting that news. So, I've been trying to call a surgeon in Philadelphia, in that area, and because I had a friend who went there and his chest looks awesome. Um, Unfortunately, um, I can't remember what exactly the woman called it, but pretty much my medical insurance is not certified with her anymore. I guess she has to re-register it or something. I could be completely wrong on the terminology, by the way. Um, so unfortunately, I won't be able to go to her, and that kind of sucks. Um, but at the same time, Philadelphia in that area um, is about 8 hours away from me. Okay, um, so I found a surgeon that's a lot closer to me. Uh, he's only about 3 hours away from me, which is where I go, which is where I went to get my testosterone shots. Was in that same city. Um, so I'm really super excited because I called his office, and then after I called his office, I was actually looking for top surgeons in like the New York State um, that that took New York State Medicaid, which is what I have, and I couldn't um, like I didn't scroll down far enough, I guess, and then I got to New York, and there was New York, New York, a guy down there. So that's actually who I was gonna call first. Um, you know, After the person in Philadelphia, and I kind of weighed the pros and cons with that too, because the one that was like 3 hours away from me was next on the list, and I'm like, okay, well, I'll call his office and see if he does FTM top surgery, because a lot of like the websites and stuff, they don't specifically state FTM top surgery because there's many people that do many different cosmetic surgeries, you know. So I just wanted to make sure that he indeed did FTM top surgery. So I called up there and I'm like, "Do you guys take New York State Medicaid?" And she said, "We do." And I said, "Could you tell me how that works?" And she's like, "Honestly, we just like one of the receptionists, the one that knew like everything about what was going on and everything, ended up retiring. So she's like, we're honestly learning everything over again. So I can't really tell you much more than you already know." And I said, "Okay." Um, and I said, "So what do I need to do for you guys, you know, to be able to get this done?" And she told me the spiel about the psychiatrist note and the psychologist note and, stuff like that. And I said, "Okay." And she said, "Have you been living as your preferred gender for more than a year?" And I said, "Yeah, close to 7 or 8 years now." And she's like, "Okay, well, then you're qualified." And I just thought that was kind of funny how she said that. Um, she said, "Honestly, I can look up his schedule right now and we can get you booked for a consultation." And I'm like, "That would be great, but I actually need to talk to a couple other people about it, which was my mom and whoever else wants to go with me, pretty much. And I talked to my mom about it today, and she said she wants to be there at least for the or at least for the surgery. I said I didn't really need her at the consultation, but she wants to know what's going to be done. And I said, Mom, there's videos on what's going to be done. So I can tell you and show you, like, the, in general what's going to be going on. But, like, personally, we'll have to wait for the consultation to see. She's like, well, that's why I want to go. Okay, well then. So she works at the school, which is in the town that I live in. And she's very, like, they don't get out of school until, like, June 21st or something like that. So I'm hoping on getting, like, a consultation and getting that all taken care of. And in the ideal situation, being able to go in for the surgery a couple months later or whatever, which will probably fall around, like, that time. Ideally. You never know with these types of things. That's just, something that I wish would happen like that. And so far, knock on wood here, so far everything's been going kind of as planned. Other than calling the person in Philadelphia and them saying that they can't take my insurance because they're no longer, like, certified or whatever with them. That was kind of a heartbreaker because I have a friend who went there. I don't know if I said that in this video because I just recorded a separate video and decided it sucked. So, I'm really excited though, because it seems like a lot is working out for me. I've been waiting for top surgery since probably 2009, and maybe even before that, maybe 2008. And I never knew, like, what to do or anything to be able to go through with it because I wasn't yet 18, so it was kind of hard for me to figure out, okay, this is what I want to do. But now my body, like, before I went off of testosterone, which is a completely different story, before I went off of it, I actually was on it for 3 years, which isn't a long time compared to a lot of guys, but at the same time, my doctor specifically said, Sean, you're going to need surgery very soon. Your body is getting to the point where you need it. That was a year ago, okay? That was a year ago that he said that. And, my chest didn't really have a lot of elasticity to start with. Like, it didn't, okay? And then that mixed with, like, 7-8 years of binding, then that turned into almost no elasticity at all. So not only for my size of my chest and everything, but also because of the elasticity, I will need double incision with nipple grafts. That's the one that's going to be the most aesthetically pleasing, and that's really the only one that I can have done because of the size of my chest. Plus, I think it has something to do with the binding for so many years. I lost a lot of the feeling in my chest. Like, I really did. I lost a lot of it. I can't really feel much of anything in my chest. So I don't think that, and I could be wrong, because, like, I've never had a surgical procedure done in my entire life other than tubes in my ears. I really think that I'm not going to have that much pain because of the just complete loss of feeling in my chest, you know. So I'm really hoping it goes like that, because I have a high tolerance for pain. I always have. But at the same time, you know, like breaking your wrist, or like almost breaking your wrist or something like that, isn't as bad as like a surgical procedure is. You know what I mean? So I don't know what the pain is going to be like. But I'm super excited. And like I said in my last video, I'm kind of a chunky monkey. So a lot of these, you know, a lot of these pictures and everything that I saw from this guy in particular, that I'm gonna see if I can get in to see, a lot of those guys are my size, you know, which makes me feel a little bit better, because theirs turned out really, really good, and I just hope mine turns out that way. That's all. I'm not really worried about aesthetics like I used to be. If it's aesthetically pleasing, that would be great. But the main reason that I want it, and I want it to look as good as it can, but I'm not going to like flip out if it's not perfect, you know. The main reason I'm doing it is so that my body doesn't fall apart any more than it already is. And so, you know, plus it's very necessary for my dysphoria and medically and everything to get this done. I think I've waited long enough. And finally, like, the financial situations and stuff like that are finally in line with me being able to go and get it. You know, so why not? You know what I mean? I really hope that everything works out. Because honestly, I don't think I could make it through another summer without these thingies gone. You know, it's hard enough during wintertime wearing like 4 layers of clothes, you know what I mean? And trying to hide all the lumps and everything like that. But during the summer, I'm just glad I don't live in the southern state, put it that way. Otherwise, I'd be screwed. But I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you guys have any like questions or comments or whatever, feel free to leave them in the comment section. I read all the comments that I get. So just, you know, if you guys have any questions or whatever, then just let me know. And I will keep you guys updated. I'm hoping I can get this done, you know, with a consultation and everything. I'm hoping I can get it done pretty soon. Another thing that's going on is I'm actually taking my 5-hour course coming up for driving, you know what I mean? Probably already knew that, but what I was talking about. But I'm taking it on Wednesday, so you never know, I might be driving by the time I need all this crap done and everything. I might just be able to drive myself. But I hope you guys have a nice night, and I will talk to you guys later. Alright, bye guys.